Assalamualaikum, my name is Masara Medrosran. My matrix number is 23 IP 21F 2029. So I'm going to explain about Al-IJARAH and Al-WAKALAH.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurisha Aida binti Sahazal and my matric number is F2037. So today we are going to explain about AR-RAHNU, QARDHUL, HASAN, AL-IJARAH, and the last one is AL-WAKALAH. So QARDHUL HASAN is sincere loans or loans that involve interest or additional condition at the time of loan repayment. However, the lender may at its discretion will repay the additional amount of money borrowed as a token of gratitude. This type of loan is not considered a violence of Sharia by involve riba because there is no agreement to pay more or riba. There are four pillars of Al-Qard Al-Hasan. The first one is the person who lends the loan mu'tarid, and the second one is the lender mu'rid. Contract subject and ijab kabul sirah. For example, Muhammad is mu'rid and Jamil is mu'tarid. Muhammad borrow 100 from Jamil, so Muhammad has to pay 100 to Jamil without increasing or decreasing that value. Now I want to explain about condition of Al-Qard Al-Hasan. The condition of mu'tarid is eligible to do business is a person who is legal according to syarat to do mu'amalah, even if the person is blind. Next, being able to pay back means that every person who has the right to borrow should be agreed in advance that he is the person who is able to pay back the loan. But if you are in debt, you are unable to pay the debt when it is due. So the lender is expected to be patient until the debtor has to ability. In Al-Quran, there is a sentence from Surah Al-Baqarah, and if he is in hardship, then look at it and that you give alms is better for you if you know. Second is the lender murid. For example, is ahli tabarruk, must worth of giving and must do business such as mu'amalah, buying and selling, loans, renting and pawning. Next is AR-RAHNU. AR-RAHNU is defined as a method of providing short-term finance to a person by pawning his or her gold to the banks or any Islamic pawn shop as a security. AR-RAHNU system is based on three concepts. The first one is QARDHUL HASAN. QARDHUL HASAN is borrowers are required to pay only the amount they borrow. The second one is AL-IJARAH. The lender is allowed to charge a fee for the storage of the pledged item. The last one is AR-RAHNU Al-Wadi'ah. AR-RAHNU Al-Wadi'ah is borrowers are required to place valuable assets as collateral to obtain a loan and to ensure repayment, such as a mortgage housing loan. This is a list where to get AR-RAHNU service. For example, at Bank Rakyat, Bank Islam, Bank Muamalat and Agro Bank. What are advantages of AR-RAHNU? The first one is there is no interest riba involved. The pawn goods will be in the same condition as before. Auction notice and access will be refunded.
So ijarah means compensation or rent or lease. It is also mean the sale of user prop. Ijarah also mean lease, which mean is a contract by which the owner land a building allows another person to use it for a specified time, usually in return for rent. Al-IJARAH also means a lease contract as well as hire contract. Al-IJARAH also known as Al-Qirah. It is like someone who is selling to someone as a right to benefit or as a payment for services with a certain price to be paid for it. The next is evidence of ijarah. I'm going to read the evidence in bahasa Malay. Firman Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, jika mereka menyusukan anak untuk kamu, maka berikanlah kepada mereka upahnya. Surah Al-Talaq, verse 6. So this slide is pillar of ijarah. I'm going to describe the pillar of ijarah. It contains 6 pillars of ijarah. Firstly, mu'ajir. Mu'ajir means a person who gives something to hire or rent, like lessor, landlord, and owner. Next is mustajir. Mustajir means a person who takes a hire, like lessee, tenant, or renter. Thirdly, we have ma'jur. Ma'jur means a thing given for rent. And the next is al-manfa'ah. Al-manfa'ah means the benefit from a thing, like use of rug and services from the rent. The second last, we have ujrah. Ujrah means price or fee given for the payment of rent or lease. And the last one is sirah. Sirah is offer and acceptance. This slide is about flows of ijarah. As you can see, this slide contains errors from owner, mu'ajir, and mustajir. I'm not going to explain more because it's also shown on this slide. So we're going to move to the other slide. Types of ijarah. Types of ijarah defined in two types, based on subject matter, and the other one is based on the contractual relationship. In based on subject matter, we have tangible assets, labor, and description of assets, and the other one is operating lease and financial lease. As you know, based on subject matter, firstly we have tangible asset. Tangible asset means ijarah ain, which means to list the use of rug from the specified good or assets, like property, transport, and factories. The second one is labor. Labor ijarah amal. Ijarah amal means to list out the works or soft skills, like consultants, lawyer. Third, description of assets or ijarah mausufah fi az-zumah, which means this asset need to be described in advance. So next, based on contractual relationship, firstly operating lease. Operating lease originated from ijarah ain. Features of operating lease. First, asset acquisition is in full ownership of the lessor, legal and beneficial ownership. Second, risk on the asset under liability and responsibility of the lessor. Third, responsibility to maintain bear by the lessor in administrative affairs and maintenance due to the usage and has to pay rent per agree. And the last one, high risk in nature. And the second one is financial lease. Financial lease you normally use and offered by the Islamic bank as financial intermediaries in obtaining desired asset, obtaining cash money for various purposes. Financial lease are also known as al-ijarah summa al-bay, al-ijarah wa iktina, or ijarah muntahiyah bi at-tamlik. Slide shown condition of ijarah. First, we must have both party. Lessor and lessee must meet the contracting party conditions. The conditions, among others, are be sound of mind and attain the age of maturity. The second one is the existence of the object of the contract, which can either be assets or equipment or benefit or usage. Third, the lessor and the lessee must agree and determined by the rent at the contract inception. Fourth, there must be a term or period of ijarah arrangement agreed by both parties at the inception of the contract. And the last one, offer and acceptance of ijarah arrangement between the parties. So this is the next topic for me to present, Al-WAKALAH. Wakalah means agency. In this context, it refers to a contract between company and the participant, where the participant authorizes the company to manage the fund on his or her behalf which allows the company to charge a wakalah fee. And the next one, wakalah means a contract in which a party muwakil authorizes another party as his agent wakil to perform a particular task in matters that may be delegated either voluntarily or with imposition of fee. And the next one is wakalah refers to a contract where a party as principal muwakil authorizes another party as his agent wakil to perform a particular task on matters that may be delegated with or without imposition of the fee. In the context of company, we are appointed as an agent wakil to carry out the takaful business and a wakalah fee ujrah to be paid to the company. Types of wakalah. There are two types of wakalah, wakalah mutlaqah and wakalah muqayyah. Wakalah mutlaqah are unlimited agency, unrestricted wakalah. A wakalah contract that is not restricted to any condition except for those that are permitted in Islam, not confined to a certain circumstance or time limit. Wakalah muqayyadah are limited agency and restricted to wakalah. A wakalah contract that is restricted or confined with certain conditions that are legitimized by Islam, bounded by special circumstances or time limit. There are four pillars of wakalah. Firstly, wakil. Wakil such as the authorized agent, representative and trustee. And second, muwakil. Muwakil means authorizer or mandatory or client or principal. Next, muwakkal bih. Muwakkal bih means things or subject matter that is being entrusted for or the business deal involved. And the last one is sirah, offer and acceptance. Law of wakalah. First, wakalah cannot be inherited and dissolved upon death. Second, it ends when the delegated tasks are complete or the representative withdraws or the representative party removes the representative. Third, money or property received before being handed over to the original owner is subject to wadiah law. It is the responsibility of the representative. However, if the goods or things that are represented are destroyed, then the end of wakalah. So that's all from me. Thank you.